Hello all, welcome back to my channel. This is Babu Krishna. So till now we have seen the Linux shell scripting fundamentals, which are nothing but the introduction to shell scripting variables, conditional variables, and then conditional statements, loops, nested loops, and all. Now it is time for us to check on the arrays. So let us open the documents and then we'll start our discussions. Yeah, presentation we'll cross check in the end. Let us open the notes and then we will record these just for the reference for my task. Okay, unit 6 arrays. Unit 6 session 1. Okay, so arrays means what actually? Sequence of elements. So we have certain, let us assume I want to do a processing of one student for like certain marks you will take and then you will do that one. Then it will be okay with one variable like that you can do. And if you want to do processing for another student, yes, one like two variables you can do. But let us assume I want to process certain 100 elements, 100 students like that. It is better to use the arrays, means sequential elements, so storage of sequential elements. So that like no, how you will be storing that elements, in the what ways you can store the elements. Either you can store at the beginning and at the like after the array filling something, can we modify, can we add a new elements, yes, all that things we can do. Means can we store only the same thing like numbers only, means yes, you can store numbers, you can store strings, you can store the mix of these. Means I want to store number in one index and a string in one index actually, yes, you can also do like that. So that is, there is nothing strict data type like in C you need to store only integer like that. You can also store uh, the mixed data types. Anyway, we'll see with the sample program, then you will understand. So rows can be, yeah, two. Columns, let us make 5 or 6, doesn't matter. So let us assume I take a array elements, so 30, 40, 50. And how you will access these elements actually, with index 0 to 4. So how you will know the 4, like length of elements minus 1, like length of elements is 5, minus 1 is 4, like that you can access. If I want to access 30, what I need to do, if my name of this array is array of 2, I will access the 30. So can I modify that? Yes, you can modify that. Can I add new element? Yes, you can add the new element. So now let us take another array which you can store. Assume that maybe I'll take mm, I'll take this time. Let us take this time the strings actually. Let me take column 6, 5, doesn't matter. Okay, so I say welcome to shell scripting with bash. Okay, I have whatever the 6 elements and I have stored in this particular array. If you want to access, there is no difference between the previous one. You will need to access from 0 to 5. So because these are 6 elements, so how you'll know the length of the string, you can easy actually. So you just need to say length of the string, but not len. You have certain syntax like dollar and then flower braces and then hash, like that we will see that particular syntax. Now this is the array which you are storing with the string. Now let us take another array. Maybe I take uh, something 6 elements this time, doesn't matter. I want to store 10 like mix of these numbers actually. Means I want to store a number, I want to store the string. Accessing this one is no difference, you need to access with index 0 to 5. This is how you will be filling. So how you will fill the array, there are multiple ways, which is nothing but at the time of defining the array, it will allocate the memory memory and as well as the elements. So this is nothing but a initialization, and you have something called the assignment. Means you can do the assignment. Like let us assume I want to add a another element. I can say array of 0 1 like 5 equal to something 60, or I want to add the sum of all these elements. Yes, either way you can do. Yeah, also you can use this particular user input. Let us assume I don't want like that directly hard code the assignment. I want to take a input from the user and then I want to add. That also possible. Either way you can do. So let us check one by one, and then we will be doing that all the samples. So let us go to the shell samples. Let us create arrays, and let us assume array nums. I will take user bin environment bash. This is the shebang construct. Let us take array. I am taking the name, same one name only. If you want to have multiple names, the name should be different, as we know. Now I have this array actually. So now I want to print these particular elements, and I want to know certain information. How I will be knowing? Maybe this is 0 of 1 2 3, like that you will be doing that. So let us check how you will be doing that. So this is initialization how we have done. Simple, the same statement. You just say array and then equal to 30 40 50. So you please remember the syntax. You need to give the braces, and then the arguments are separated with spaces. Don't try with comma and all, it will not work. You need to do in this way only. Now let us assume I want to know the total array. I want to display how I want to access all the elements actually. So let us assume I want to access the all the elements. So how you will be doing? This is little like, no, you need to familiarize with this syntax. So I need to say dollar, and then this particular flower braces, and then array name, and then I need to access all the elements. I need to say the at the rate, or also you can also say dollar flower braces array and star. Either way you can do. So this will give you the all the elements. Now I want indices actually. Indices, how I will be doing? Indices means I want 0 1 2 3 4 5, like that. So how I will be doing? So with this exclamatory. Why you need indices? Generally you will be needing the indices if you want to modify that elements actually. So we'll see with an example, then you will be able to understand easily. So this is whatever indices. This you can use with the exclamatory, and then array name, and of course star or at the rate, both will work. Now I want indices. Yes, I got. Now like I want to know number of elements. Let us assume like I have 5 elements. Now I want to add sixth element. Then what I need to do? First I need to find the length of the element. So how you will find the length of the element? So I need to say uh, like flower braces, then hash, then array name, and whatever at the rate, and this one will be same actually. So you can also say with, instead of at the rate, you can also say with star. All the ways we will see. Number of elements is okay, and then this is the indices, right? Number of elements. So we have all the items, index and number of elements actually. So that's what we have seen. Now let us see this one. You have few more. Like I want to know the, if I want to access the second element, how I will access. So second element will be, index will be 1 actually. So I need to say dollar. Of course here I forgot the dollar. So I want to access second element. I need to say array. So index will be 1. So this is how we will be accessing. So length of the second element. So let us assume I want to find the length of second element. How you will be doing? So I just take length of second element. I just need to say hyphen here. That's it. So here it will give length of whole array. Here it will give length of that particular element. So index 1 is the second element. If you are treating this one as first element, then this is second element, then it will be whatever the index 1, as we have seen. Let us try with the sample programs. Now I want to print the elements actually. So let us do echo. Directly I am doing array at the rate braces, and let us do the same thing. I take all elements. Okay, all elements I need to say with star actually. All elements, either way you can do. Now like index of the elements, I say indices of elements. So for that indices you need to say just the yeah, exclamatory thing. Now I need to say number of elements. I just use number of elements. Number of elements is whatever the let us check these remaining things. We can do that one in other programs. Now if you see I have the indices element, like elements, then indices, and then the number of elements. Now we will say use the same, and I will modify with strings actually. No need to do change mode because we are copying this file. Now okay, I say welcome to shell scripting using bash. I'm using the same, so I don't change anything. But let us do some more operations once we see this one. And now you can, yeah. So you can see here indices will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and whatever the number of elements are 6. So let us club these particular elements actually, and let us make into a string. Okay. So I say that one for string in whatever the total string I want, all elements. So I get total all elements. Now each time I will get the string for do, yeah, do. Then I need to merge that one. Maybe I will take no need this one. I take result equal to $str. So first string it will come, and then I need to get this dollar result also. Okay, I will just fill empty in this, and then empty with string it will fill, and then for do done. So I am appending the string actually. So let us see echo. You can see here like welcome to shell scripting using bash, but you don't have the space. Let us assume I want to club the strings, but I don't want to have without spaces, so I will insert a space. Now if you see this one, welcome to shell scripting using bash. Now let us assume I want to modify, I want to know the length of the element actually. So you can also give here actually. I say length of this string, whatever the element is, array length, and then array, then of index we need actually. So length, for that length you need index actually. So maybe I will 1 2 3 4 5. So let us assume I want to print all the index in, I want indexes. So I give something like this, or star, doesn't matter. Okay, I need to give this one braces. Now index 0 1 2 like that I got actually. So let us do that particular 0, right? I want echo length is, I want to access the first element. I need to say array of dollar index, length of dollar index is dollar array, and then dollar index. Okay, so I want length, so I'll just say this one, So let us check now. Let me clear the screen. So you can see a length of 0 is 7, like welcome, and length of this one 2, 5, 9, and 5, 4. So that's what we have accessed the array of 0 and all. Let us fill uh, the sixth element actually. So let us assume now I know the length 0, length. How you will find the length? So I need to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 I need to fill actually. So how you will know the 6? You cannot hard code like 6. You can say array of 6 equal to whatever, like in the Bond shell, something like that I want to uh, in Linux, right? Let us assume I want to fill something like this in. So let us modify using bash in. I am putting in that particular sixth element. Now in Linux we will put actually, and we will print the array. So now in I am putting Linux, we will see with the 7. So how you will find the 7? So I say length, I need to find the length of the string actually. So I need to say, if I want to find the length of the string array, and then I need to say at the rate or star, so doesn't matter. Yeah, so doesn't matter on that. Yeah, now I got the length. So length is like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like 7 you will get actually, 3, 6, 7. Okay, now I need to fill array of dollar length equal to Linux. Okay, now let us print echo total array actually. Now the array is dollar array at the rate. Okay, so here we have filled this one, uh, and let us assume we will modify this array of 5 equal to, like I just say, instead of all capital letters I will say with only one capital letters actually. So just that is for our testing. So if you see here, like now the array is welcome to shell scripting using line bash in the line. So this is how we modified actually. Okay, so like what we are trying to see here, we can add a new element with the index 6. You can modify the existing element, and you can also, it is not the proper way you can fill like this actually. So that is the reason you will be filling something like this. You need to find the length of the string, and then you can like insert, or yeah, so you can append the element there in that particular position actually. So length, if it is, if you take here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 actually, so total 6, and then this is 7, so that's what it will be. It is taken the length of that elements actually. So if you see here, length is nothing but the number of elements, you already know. So initially we, if you see this one, the length of elements is 6. That's what you will be seeing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you say that length, there's nothing but index is one less than the number of elements. So that is how you fill. Now take the mixed array, and I will copy nums with array. I say mixed dot sh. Okay, so I say 10, 20, 20. So let us have only 4 elements. So because 6 elements we already seen, you can see here whatever the 4 elements. See the same thing you can enhance, like no, you can do the you can do the modification, addition, and whatever the ways you can do. Now let us take copy array. Yeah, so now we will take user input actually. As of now you are seeing the assignment on initialization only. Let us, and we have seen the assignment also. Let us take user input actually. So I say array input dot sh. Maybe I will, okay, doesn't matter. I say bin bash echo minus n. So enter number or 0 to in the process. So what I am doing is I am taking the user input numbers from the user, and then while the number not equal to 0, I'll be filling the values actually. So user has to enter whatever, like to end the process he has to enter the 0. So I say number not equal to 0, I need to repeat. So what I need to do, I need to first find the index actually. So I say index will be 0. Now I need to fill the index. How I will fill whatever the array, and I have not represented anything, directly it will create the array. Now array of index equal to whatever the num actually. So now I have whatever the array index, I filled the num, and then we will be doing for the second element. So let us assume, yeah, so array of 0 equal to that num, and let us, we need to read the number again actually. So I will be using the same two statements. Okay, so these two statements. Okay, so now I take these two statements, so it will read the next number, but I need to increment the index. I just say I will use like this. Of course, you know that one. You can use the expression as well, but to make you acquainted with the different syntaxes, I am using this one at this point of time. Now let us assume array is, I just say array is dollar at the rate array and num, sorry, not num, you want a total thing, so I just say like this, array is whatever the element. So I hope this is correct. Let us cross check. Array input. Okay, I have not did the change mode. Okay, so I say 10, 20, 30. Okay, 40 I have missed actually. It's okay. So array is whatever 10, 30, 40, 50. So that's what I have filling the array. Now you can, we will take like, yeah. So this is how you will be filling this. You can extend this by changing the number, and by adding a new element, modifying the existing element, and all that experiments you can do. Now let us take array sum dot sh. So I will take whatever the user bin array using the initialization, and I will do the sum of elements, and also I will do the modification of the elements. Each one I will add. So I am going to take two things actually. So first one, we will find the sum of the elements, and then also add one to the all the elements. That's what we will do. If you want to add yeah, if you want to do more operation, multiplication of elements or removing certain elements and all, you can do that particular one. So as of now in the sample program, I will do the add all the elements, and also the modify each element, and add one to the each element. So that's what we will see. Okay, so let us take so sum of the elements. So I will take sum equal to initial 0. So I need will be accessing this particular array, and if I want to have a sum, if I read these elements, it is fine. I don't want to have the indices. I want, if I get the value, it is enough actually. But if I have to modify, I need to say array of 0 equal to array of 1 equal to, means if I want to modify, I need to get the indices. If I want to do the sum, if I get the value, it is okay. Then I can use whatever the for value in, and I can access the elements actually. So I say array, and I need to access each element. If I access each element, each time it will get you that particular value. I say sum equal to uh, sum place. I am using this syntax. You can also use the expression. That's it. I am doing the sum, and let us check like the sum of elements. So echo sum of elements. So in earlier case, we are not able to do all these elements because we are not seen at that time the arrays. Now we will see to print that array, so that you will say sum of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 is 150. That's what I want to know. I want to see. Then how you will be seeing. So I am just putting these braces for our the convenience, because otherwise it will give just 10, 20 with spaces, values with spaces. So that's what I have separated. I have put the braces. So let's check whether it is working or any issue. And change mode u plus x array sum. Yes, it is working. So sum of array elements. Now let us assume I want to add one for each element. How I will do? So I am taking the same array. I want to access each element. So if I want to access each element, what you need to do, you need to know the these particular indices 0, 1, 2, 3, like that. So if you want to know the indices, I take 2yy. Okay, if I want to know the indices, you know that one, you will put this particular exclamatory. So now I will get whatever the this value. You can also use this variable name, but better to use the appropriate variable names actually. Now I want to access that the elements with the index, means index. Now it will get from 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So first time it will give 0. So I am saying array of 0 equal to, I may use here expression, then like I need to access the element dollar index, and then braces, yeah, plus 1. So I need to add that, and I need to increment. So initially it will be 0, and then it will be, so array of 0 is whatever incremented by 1. So 10 plus 1, 11, like that it will be keep on doing that particular increment for each values actually. Okay, so now whatever, now echo, now new array is, I'll just say array star or anything, star or at the rate only, not anything. Yeah, so it is, I hope the code, let us check whether we have did the code correctly, otherwise it will anyway throw the error. Okay, now new array is, that's what we are adding the elements. So as you've seen this one, if you want to modify, you need to know the indices. If you want to access the elements, if you know like access the element, no need to know the indices, directly you can access the elements. And if you want to know the number of elements, you know, like star this hash you can take, and then it will give you the 5, and you can also fill that particular array of 5 is sum. So let us assume I want to add like I want to add the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth element as a sum actually. So what I will say, array of this number of elements. So I need to find the length. So if I want to find the length, I need to say hyphen and array of at the rate. So if I see this one, this like it will give me 5. So I will be filling the 5 equal to what I need to fill, sum actually. Okay, so now I will just say this array. Now you can see this, now array is, maybe I will put with braces, which will be able to, like, instead of plainly printing that, it will put in the braces. So if you see here, now I have added the element. Of course you can modify the element also. So okay then, so I hope you enjoyed this session, and then you understood this concept, and you can do the enhancement. Previous program, this program, like we have taken the array initialization, you can take the previous program of user input, and you can merge these two programs and experiment. Okay then, see you in the next video. Bye for now.